Bernie, you've done a heap of these sort of pre-seasons. How's this one compare?
Yeah, it's my 11th actually. As I keep getting reminded, I'm the fossil. I just heard I was 30 years old over there with the other group, so it's pretty exciting. I know all teams say they're the fittest they've been. It's a really exciting time of the year, but I think in our group it is actually a really exciting time. And I've been around for a long time, and the group, the standards have lifted, the training's lifted, and it was great to play an opposition side because obviously you can only do so much training against yourself, and to get a bit of reward for what we've been working on the weekend was great. In saying that, it is only round one, I guess, of NAB challenge, so yeah. But
you're a group that's obviously been sort of, I don't know, learning how to gel together and how to play under the coaching staff for the last year or two. I suppose 3 years into the rebuild, it's time to get some results.
Yeah, it is. We're not shying away from that. We obviously want to. Since I come to the club, I've said it before. I think we were coming off 2 wins, and then we won 4, and we won 7 last year. So we just want continual improvement. And I think from this year or last year to this year has been a massive step up. And if we can step up just as much as we did the year before, which I think it's in front of that, you only need to win a few more and win the close ones, and we'll be knocking on the finals door.
You'll be playing this weekend?
Yeah, I'm playing this weekend. I think me and Nathan Jones are back in, so that's if we get picked after the weekend. There's a few jokes going around we might not make the team, so we'll see. But we're both available, put it that way.
You talk about excitement, Bernie, just the fact you get a win over Port Adelaide in Adelaide. Now, again, we all know people at different stages, but that must have been just a nice little kick along, a little reward for effort during the pre-season.
Yeah, it certainly was, and they were out to win as well. Don't forget that. So I know, as you mentioned, it's only the round one of NAB Challenge, but more so the way we played, I reckon. A lot of edits came out, a lot of education stuff's into the game, and that's the way we want to play. So even if we hadn't have won on the weekend, we're impressed with the way the boys went about it. So that's the most important thing, to play the way we want to play, and we think if we do that, the wins will look after themselves.
So how important, or how much emphasis do you place on winning in the NAB Challenge, not only for yourselves but your supporters as well?
I think coming from where we are at the moment, winning's very important. So if you get yourself in a position to win, which we were on the weekend, it's important to win. But in saying that, we want to play the way we want to play, or we've trained in the pre-season. So it was good to see some signs of that come out.
There was a bit of inconsistency last year. Like, you had some really good wins and then some probably pretty poor losses. Is there something you can do over the pre-season to help train that, or does that just come with experience?
I just think just backing up each week. We have 3 main sessions a week all through the pre-season, and each session was really quality. We'd go away and we'd review the training sessions and rate the training sessions more than I ever have in my footy career. So it was almost like a performance day training, and that's where I think the standards have lifted and the coaches have lifted the group to, and it was almost like playing a game 2 or 3 times a week. So it was that, I guess, that consistency you only be able to tell when the game starts. So well, hopefully we can show you that.
There's a bloke standing over there. His calf muscles look approximately the same size these days, Bernie. Jack Tringo. That seems, just with morale within the team, it seems it's a pretty big deal that he is coming along nicely.
Yeah, he's a great lad, Trenners. We're good family friends, actually. I've known him for a long time, and I've only played, I think, the first 2 rounds with him in my first year at the club, so disappointing not to have him out there, but he's a great bloke around the club, and he's back full training now, so he's been back for a couple of weeks. I think they want to, because he's missed so much, they want to give him a real solid sort of 5 or 6 week training block, and then hopefully we'll see him. He'll come back through the VFL, obviously, and if he gets some form together, I can see him playing, pretty early in the season, which is exciting, not just for the group, but for him personally, because I'm not sure how he's kept his head up for as long as he has. He's certainly been great off the field for the group, and can't wait to get him out there.
And Jesse Hogan's having a spell this week, just part of the planning of the minutes and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, that might be how I get a game. Drop him out, but might have to play forward. But that's all just part of the plan for him. So he'll definitely be back next week, and give him a real good building block to head into the season. I thought he was outstanding on the weekend with some of his contested stuff. So we've just got to remember he's only in his, second year of AFL footy. So people do quickly forget that.
just on that, yeah, he's only in his second year, but is he sort of a bit of a once in a generation player with what he is doing as a key forward in his second year?
Yeah, he's certainly a special talent. And you know, we've known that for a fair while that he's going to be pretty special, but I think it's just important just to let him generate as a player. And you know, he burst onto the scene really last year. You know, he might have a quiet sort of patch to start with, you never know, and young players tend to do that a little bit, so it's just about time with him. And I think he's only just turned 21 or something like that, so he's still really young, and looking forward to having a long career at Melbourne.
Yeah, there was a bit of news about him, I think, last week that would have had Demons fans a bit nervous about him putting off his contract talks. Do you think the D's will have him for long term? Yeah,
certainly. He loves it around the place, and he's contracted for next year still, so yep. I think he'd be silly to sign now. Might be able to squeeze a bit more money out of the club if he has another good year, so I can see why they've done it and why his management have decided that. So hopefully they don't take any money off me though. I haven't got much left at the moment.
Is there extra, I guess, urgency to have some success this year, considering what's been written about Jesse and also Tom Hogan?
I don't know what's been written about him.
Tom Hogan, well, similar with the contract status and wanting to see what happens with the club and with Jesse's future as well.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, really. So what's been written about, like him?
They said, well, they claim, the Herald Sun, that he's going to wait and see what Jesse does with his contract and to see the direction the club's going in.
Oh, you called him Tom Hogan.
Tom McDonald.
Sorry,
Tom
McDonald.
He threw me, mate. I thought I was much like a reporter or something.
It's his unknown younger brother.
Tom Hogan, I'm thinking we got another one, haven't we?
Australian cricket back in the 80s.
That's why you're throwing me. Yeah, here we go. So, start again, mate.
Is there extra urgency to have some success this year, just to show these players the direction the club's going in?
Oh, it is. I'm in the same boat. As I said, got mentioned I was 30 over there before, so I haven't got much time left in my footy career either, and I'm not just here to finish my footy career down the bottom. I want to get back and have some success as well. So there's a whole number of players in our group that want to fast track our, I guess, the time to have some success. So and time's running out for me.
You broke Nathan Jones' streak of 3 straight BNFs. You've been giving him much stick over the pre-season about that?
No, I haven't mentioned it at all, but I think he was a bit filthy, he didn't get 4. But yeah, I think he actually finished 5th, so he's a bit out.
Thanks, Bernie.